The key to success in life is nervous system reset. You want to learn how to reset your nervous system. So many of us, especially in our generation, are operating from this place of old, fear-based nervous system patterns while trying to create success for ourselves in our life. So mentally, in our brain, we might have all the answers on how to create success and how we can achieve our goals. But our nervous system is operating from this old school fear-based pattern. So the key to any true change in life is to reset your nervous system. Hi, I'm Shifra Wyman. Welcome to my channel. We discuss all things neuroscience, nervous system reset, and faith teachings, all based on ancient wisdom and Kabbalah. The key to creating success for yourself in your life is you want to learn how to reset your nervous system. You want to reset your nervous system so that you are able to hold capacity for the change that you so badly desire in your life. So you might have your goals and your dreams and what you want to create in your life, and you might even have a strategy and a plan on how to create that. But if your nervous system is still operating on fear-based patterns, you and your body, your container to hold what it is that you want, won't be able to hold it because your nervous system is operating on a fear-based reality. Let's take a really small example. If you've got a woman that was bit by a dog when she was 3, and that was a traumatic experience, she got over it. She's now 45 years old. She thinks she got over it. Every time she sees a dog, she runs across the street. And she'll even say things like, I'm 45 years old. I'm a grown woman. I'm not afraid of dogs. I know they're harmless. I know they're not going to bite me. I know I'm safe. Why do I keep running across the road? That is because she knows intellectually that she is safe. Her nervous system is still operating on a fear-based reality of something that happened to her, got encoded. That memory got encoded in her nervous system. When she was 3 years old, she got bit by a dog, and that got encoded in her nervous system, and she's operating from that fear-based reality. Whether or not it was right or wrong, she had every reason to be afraid at the age of 3. She was bit by a dog. But right now, as a 45-year-old woman, that belief that's encoded in her body is not serving her. It's not helping her. So that is an old fear-based belief that's encoded in her nervous system, in her body. Her body doesn't feel safe around dogs, even though she cognitively knows there's nothing to be afraid of. So many of us go around in our life, we have old patterns, old beliefs that no longer serve us. And we may intellectually know, hey, this is an old belief. This does not belong here. But the nervous system hasn't gotten updated yet. This is the work that I do with my clients. We do nervous system reset. There are many tools and techniques out there that help. I use tapping, which is a gentle somatic tool that helps you reset your nervous system. I know it doesn't have to take months, years, your entire life. Some people see change within 1 to 2 to 3 to 6 sessions. Dramatic, drastic change. And this is the work that we do with nervous system reset. There are many tools out there. There's tapping, there's breath work, there's swaying, there's body movements, moving your body in certain ways. There's actually yelling, moving your voice and your breath together as one. There's many different ways where you can speak the language of the body to reset your nervous system. That's for another video. Right now, I want to just speak about the idea and the concept so people really understand this and the importance of, if you want to create success for yourself in your life, if you have goals that you're trying to achieve, understand this. Your goals aren't that far away from you. They are right here. They're actually right at your doorstep. You only need to reset your nervous system to be able to hold all that it is that you want. You want to reset your nervous system to be able to hold so that your body, your nervous system can hold the capacity of what it is that you are trying to create for yourself in your life. That is the key. And it doesn't have to be that far away from you. It can be right here. It's just a matter of resetting your nervous system. Let's talk about this. Let's go back, way back to the times of Mitzrayim. The Jews left Mitzrayim. The Jews left Egypt. They were free. They were free from slavery. And Slavery, when I even say that word, we can't even fully understand and comprehend what that actually meant, the slavery that they were in. The Jews, when they came out of Egypt, they were free. Physically, they were free. Physically, they were free, and they can understand this. They can understand that they were free. But on a nervous system level, they were not free. On a nervous system, emotional level, they were not free. We can't understand this. We can't understand what they went through, what the Jews went through. But we do see from the Torah, they complained they didn't have water. They complained they didn't have food. They complained asking Moshe to take them back to Mitzrayim. Why did you take us out here to die? They complained. But they were free. They were free physically from the slavery that they had been in for so many years. Their nervous system wasn't prepared. They hadn't reset their nervous system to hold the capacity of freedom that they were experiencing. And so they kept emotionally going back to, hey, things were better in Mitzrayim. You should have taken us back. Why did you take us out here to die? There's no food. There's no water. There's no meat. And even trusting moving forward, going into Israel, they didn't trust. They didn't trust. They didn't have faith. They didn't have Emunah that God is taking them into a land that's going to be incredible. That's going to be better. And yes, there's so many midrashim and what Chazal say. We're not going to go into that now. I'm talking about from a nervous system level. Their body, emotionally, their nervous system wasn't prepared for the freedom that they were going to experience. And yes, they were worried that they were going to have to work the land, and they were used to just being on spiritual level and just being able to learn Torah and not have to work. That's for another video. There's all the different midrashim. But on a nervous system level, their bodies weren't ready to hold the capacity of freedom. They didn't have the capacity to hold the level of freedom that they were experiencing. And so their nervous system was not prepared for that. And so fast forward this into our own life and how this translates into our own life. There's doing and there's being. We're put in this world to actually do. We need to do hishtadlut. Hishtadlut is to take action, to take inspired action. God won't perform open miracles for you. That we know. But according to your level of faith, of Emunah, the level of inspired action that you need to take will be in correlation to that. So somebody who doesn't feel so strongly that God is providing for them will do more. Somebody who's fully embodied in the belief that, hey, God's providing for me. It's chill. I'm going to go about my day. I'm going to do what I got to do. I know God doesn't perform open miracles, so I'm going to do hishtadlut. I'm going to take inspired action, but I'm going to take inspired action. Action that feels good. Action that feels right. Action that feels in alignment with my beliefs. Actions where I feel like I'm actually serving people around me. I'm doing good in the world. And I'm going to take this action from like a lachatz-free, stress-free zone. Somebody who has that level of faith and emunah and bitachon, faith, trust, will take action from that place because it's in sync with their level of emunah. But somebody who feels like God's maybe not providing for them, or God doesn't love them, or old pattern and belief of I gotta do more, and I have to do, because that's how I'm going to achieve my goals. Somebody that comes from that belief will continuously keep doing, and their doing will never be enough, and the doing that they're doing will constantly be from this lachatz, hustler culture belief. This is where we want to reset the nervous system and call in more faith into our lives. We are all divine beings. We are all God's children. Old system pattern, old system nervous system pattern is maybe there's not enough. I gotta hustle to do more. I gotta do. My action is what is actually creating my goals. My action is actually what's going to bring about what it is that I want in my life. That's old system fear-based patterns and belief. And you want to take a look at that. Ask yourself, Am I taking action because I feel that my action, are you taking action because you feel that your action is what's actually going to create your goals, what's going to actually bring about in your life what you want? Are you taking action from this belief of I have to hustle in order to create, I have to hustle in order to be successful? Do you think that to yourself? That's old fear-based patterns. Is this belief that this belief that you have to create, you have to do and hustle and take actions because you have this belief that you are the one that on some level, maybe not fully, you still might have Emunah, you have faith and trust in God, but on some level you might think that I got to take these actions because on some level my action is the one that's going to create the outcome. That's old system, fear-based belief. And then there's this belief that if I don't do enough, you might have this belief that if you don't do enough, like whether that's with your business, if you don't make the right amount of phone calls, whether that's for your health, if you don't reach out to as many doctors as you can, whether that's if you're looking to find your spouse, your zivug, your special one, your soulmate, that might be like, I'm not making enough phone calls. Maybe you feel that you're not networking enough, whatever it is. You want to pause for a moment. You want to reset your nervous system to create the success in your life. What does resetting your nervous system mean? Resetting your nervous system means you take action from a faith-based belief, not a fear-based belief, but a faith-based belief. What does that mean? That means you're resetting your nervous system. You're coming down to this level of calm, to this level of ease. And you're asking yourself this. So you ask yourself this. To know where you're at in your nervous system, you ask yourself this. If you knew that all your goals, all the success you want, everything you want to achieve, the life you want to be living, if you knew that that was coming to you, that's happening for you. Okay, that's happening for you, whether that's in 2, 3, 4, 5 months, maybe a year, whatever feels realistic for you, doesn't matter. You want it to feel true for you. If you knew that your goals are coming, all the success you want in your life is coming to you. If you knew that that's happening, God has already set that aside for you. He wants that life that you want for yourself. He wants you to live the life you want more than you even want that life. Okay? That belief alone is hard for people to believe in their nervous system because we have old patterns of belief that contradict that. That thought alone, sit with. Do you believe that your creator, the creator of the world, wants you to believe that he wants you to give you everything that you want? He wants to give you everything you want. He wants to give you the life that you so badly desire. Okay? Sit with that belief, because even that belief is hard for people in their nervous system to sit with. Okay. But if you knew that the life you wanted was coming for you, so you're coming from this place now of faith, of belief, of trust. Your nervous system feels at ease. It feels calm. Your body can relax. Wow, everything I want is coming. Then you ask yourself, what actions did you take to get there? Who did you become to get there? What challenges did you overcome to get the life that you wanted? And then you go about your day, your weeks, your months, taking inspired action from this place. Can you feel the difference? There's an energy difference. There's an energy of I gotta create. If I don't do enough, I don't hustle. If I don't make enough phone calls, if I don't network enough, if I don't call enough doctors, there's this level of if you don't do enough and you're running around, you gotta hustle, you gotta create, because on some level you believe that your actions are creating the life that you want. And that's not a Jewish belief. That's not a faith-based belief. Not at all. God is the one that provides. God is the one that's recreating this world anew every single moment. He only wants our involvement. He wants our involvement in that. How do we get involved? By taking action. By taking inspired action, because we are then creating a vessel. We are creating ourselves to be the container for God to flow through all of the abundance that you so badly desire. If God doesn't perform open miracles, what does that mean? That means that, yeah, you might have to make a phone call. That means that, yeah, you might have to do outreach. That means that, yes, we do go to work. We do involve ourselves in the natural way that this world works. But if we understand that we only need to take action to get involved in this natural way, we can do less. You can do less. You can take action from an inspired place, from a place that feels in alignment, from a place that feels right, from a place that feels whole, from a place that makes you feel good. Because if you feel good, if you feel happy, more of you will show up in alignment, more of you will show up hand in hand with God. And that's what God wants. This is resetting our nervous system to understand that if you let go just a little bit, if you let go of the hustling, if you let go of what should be, what you have to do, pay attention to those thoughts that tell you you have to, you should. If you let go of that, if you let go and just relax your body for a moment and understand this, you have to take action in this world. It's the natural way of the world. It's what God wants from us. He wants our involvement. But understanding this, resetting your nervous system to the belief that I am whole, I am complete. Say that to yourself. I am whole, I am complete. The life that I so badly desire is already here for me. God wants to give that to me. I only need to take action now from this place of it's already done. It's already there. Now ask yourself, what did I do to achieve my goals? How did I get there in an easy, fun, light, joyful way? And then you take action from this place of understanding. I am only taking this inspired action because God doesn't perform open miracles. And you will come up with what you feel in your nervous system feels right. What feels right for you? What amount of action? How you take the action now will feel different in your body. You're not hustling from this place of fear, because fear will come in when the ego's involved and when you feel that it's you who's in control. And if you don't take this action, if I don't take this action, if I don't do enough, if I don't hustle, if I don't be busy running around, that belief only comes when you feel that on some level you are creating. You're co-creating. What is it that you're doing? You are only creating the vessel. That is all that you are doing. You are not making anything happen. I hate to burst your bubble. You are not making anything happen. Nothing. That's why you can see some people with a level of faith and belief and trust in their creator where they can literally make one phone call and they've married off their children. They're successful, they're paying their rent, they get to travel the world, and they literally make a phone call a day. Why? They have reset their nervous system to such a strong level of Emunah bitachon that they believe so strongly God is providing for them, and they only need to create the vessel. And they believe that making one or two phone calls is enough to create the vessel. That is the level of Emunah bitachon some people have. So no, you are not doing anything. You are not making anything happen. You are only creating a vessel. The more in sync your nervous system is in the belief of Emunah bitachon that God, your creator, your loving father, is providing you the life that you want, the more your nervous system is in sync with that belief, the less action you take, the more inspired action you take, the less hustle action you take, and the less nervousness, the less fear-based action do you take. You take action from this place of inspiration, from this place of enough, this place where you feel I am enough, I'm whole, I'm always being provided for, and you take more aligned action. More action from, hey, this actually feels fun, this actually feels good, this feels in alignment, this feels calm, this doesn't feel lachatz, it doesn't feel pressure, it doesn't feel stress. Anytime you want to know where you're at in your nervous system, ask yourself, am I living right now from this vibration of stress, of lachatz, of constriction, of pressure? Or do I feel light? Does this feel enjoyment? And that's not to say things won't be hard, challenges won't come. You just won't fear the challenge. You will trust the challenge. You will trust the process of the challenge because you will know it's about the person who you are becoming within the challenge. It's not about the action you're taking. We only fear challenge. You only fear challenge. You only fear struggle because you look at them, you view them as roadblocks to receiving and to getting what it is that you desire. If you have faith and belief and trust that, hey, you are getting all that you desire, all your goals, whether that's financial, wealth, health, spouse, children, whatever it is you desire, anything in life, when you believe that God, your loving Father, He's already given you that. He's literally holding it above your head, waiting for you to be open to receive. If you believe that He's already given you everything that you want, challenges and struggles aren't roadblocks. They are actually the opposite. They are the opposite because they are there to help you become the person ready to receive all that you want. So the challenge and the struggle that you are currently facing is not a roadblock. It's only a roadblock when the ego gets involved and the ego believes that, hey, I am the one that is creating the success for myself in my life. And this roadblock is not part of my plan. I got to get rid of this struggle. I got to get rid of this challenge because it is getting in the way of me getting what it is that I want. And that's the ego. And that's where we get stress and constriction and restriction and actual nervous system out of whack. When you reset your nervous system to believe that you are whole, you are complete, all that it is that you desire is already there. And the only thing that you need to do is take inspired action, then challenges and struggles that come your way aren't roadblocks. You actually look forward to them because through the challenge, through the struggle, you become the vessel ready to receive all that you desire. What do I mean by this? You become the person that is able to hold what it is that you so badly desire. So for example, if you have struggles and challenges that are testing your patience, they're testing your anger, they're testing your resilience, that is literally what it's there for. Because you get to decide now, hey, do I just get to take a pause, calm my nervous system, and recognize, hey, everything I want is coming. Everything I want is already there. I just want to now become the person that's able to receive all that I want. And these challenges, oh boy, they're testing my patience. They're testing my resilience. And I'm going to just focus on overcoming these character traits. I'm going to focus on becoming the person that I need to be in order to receive all that I want. And when you view the challenge and struggle that way, they're not a challenge and struggle. They're only a challenge and struggle when you feel that you are creating the life that you want, and this isn't part of your plan. And so now you got to get rid of the struggle. When you understand that nothing you do is creating the life that you want, nothing, it's all God. And when you reset your nervous system to believe that your creator, your loving Father, wants to give you everything you want, it's a level of consciousness. It's a level of consciousness to understand you are free, you are abundant, you are already living in the vibration, in the life that you want to be living. You only got to reset your nervous system to believe that. You only got to you only have to change the patterns and beliefs that are blocking you from receiving that are encoded in your DNA, that are encoded in your genes, that are encoded in your nervous system. You only need to change that. When you believe that, when you understand that you only need to reset your nervous system and take inspired action, then your challenges that you are faced with, the struggles that you are faced with, you understand they are only there as blessings in disguise because God wants to give you everything you want. He only wants you to be the person ready to receive. He wants you to be able to hold all that it is that you desire. How do you hold all that it is that you desire? By becoming the person ready to hold it. How do you become the person ready to hold it? By being tested. By being tested. How do you become the person that can go to the gym and weight and lift 200 pounds? By being tested constantly, over and 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 over again. You keep lifting weights. You might start with 5, then 10, then 15, then 20 pounds. Do you look at that as a struggle? Every time you go in the gym, do you look at, hey, I'm lifting this weight and this is a struggle. I hate this. You might hate it. You might see it as a struggle, but do you understand the end goal? You understand the end goal, that this struggle and this challenge of lifting 10, 15, 20 pounds, I hate it. I don't like it, but I understand the goal at the end of the day. I'm going to be able to weight lift 200 pounds. And so I'm going to keep going back for the struggle. We literally put our body under tension knowingly and willingly because we understand the goal. I want to be able to lift 200 pounds. That's the goal. So you want whatever success you want in your life. Your nervous system, your body has to be able to hold all that you want. If you constantly run around with the belief that wealthy people are evil, money is evil, if you run around with the belief that marriage is hard, if you have these programmings in your system, you know you don't want them anymore, but your body's still operating on that level, you are not ready to receive what it is that you want. You're just not ready to receive that. If you don't feel worthy, if you don't feel deserving, but you still have these high aspirations and goals, your nervous system will fight your goals on a subconscious level because you don't feel worthy and deserving. And your goal is not matching your nervous system vibration. So you want to reset your nervous system. And that comes back to the challenges and to the struggles. The challenge and struggle is not to be feared. It's actually to be looked forward to. Look forward to your challenges and struggles, and obviously don't ask for them. But when you have them, understand this, they are only there. So you think of them as the weights. They're like 10 pounds that your coach is throwing at you. They're 15-pound dumbbells that your trainer's throwing at you. Only so that you can become the person that will be ready to receive the level of success you so badly desire. So whether your patience is being tested, your anxiety is being tested, you're being tested with trusting, which is our generation's main tikkun, Emunah bitachon. Whether you're being tested with your faith every single day, understand this. Don't fear the struggle you are being faced with. Understand that it's only there for you to respond to in the proper way, to do tikkun, to do soul correction, to grow from it, to become the version of you that you to become the version of you that you want to be in order to receive all that you want. You want to be in a level of vibration of being able to receive all that it is that you desire. You want to be the person that is ready to receive the success that you want. Take a small example. People that win the lottery. You hear all the time this constantly happens. The money came, the money went. Give a homeless person money. Give a homeless drug addict $1,000. $1,000 not even a lot of money. Give him $1,000. Comes and goes. Why? They won't invest it. They won't think to, hey, you know what? Let me spiff myself up, maybe buy myself a suit and maybe interview for jobs. No. Why? Because their nervous system is operating based off of their beliefs that have been programmed in them for years. And those are extreme examples, but you are no different. If you are trying to get success in your life, whether that's health, wealth, relationships, business, or you're just trying to become a better version of yourself, understand this. You need to reprogram your nervous system, not only your mind. You can talk your way, you can journal your way, you can vent, you can go to therapy. You can understand everything in your mind so analytically and have it all strategized and figured out of how you're going to achieve all of that. It won't help unless you reset your nervous system, because your nervous system, your emotion, the way you operate in life is based off of your belief, which is based off of your thinking in your subconscious, which is based off of programming that you receive from when you are born. From when you are born. And we are living in a generation where our biggest tikkun, our biggest correction that we need to be doing is faith. We have been operating way too long from this fear-based consciousness where our nervous system, your nervous system might not even understand what true freedom looks like. And that is what the generation that left Mitzrayim struggled with. They were free. Physically, they were free. But on an emotional nervous system level, they could not understand that. They couldn't live from that place. And that's why they worried about going into the land of Israel. They were fearful about that. They couldn't just trust in God. Hey, they couldn't just trust in God who took them out of Mitzrayim. They were worried, what is this going to look like? They asked for meat, for water. They even complained that they wanted to go back there because they wanted to go back to Mitzrayim because on some level, their level of consciousness, their nervous system was not set for freedom. So, to reset your nervous system, you want to focus on somatic experiencing. speaking the language of the body, resetting your nervous system from a deep body level. Breath work, meditation, tapping, EFT, which is the biggest tool that I use, where I see results in my clients every single day within 3 to 6 sessions. It's constant work, constant deep work that you need to be doing to reset your nervous system, but within 3 to 6 sessions, people see a difference. They see a change in their nervous system. They see a reset. These are things you want to focus on. Yes, talking is great and venting is great. It is not enough. It is just not enough. Please stay tuned for more. All things neuroscience, nervous system reset, faith-based techniques that are rooted in our ancient wisdom and Kabbalah. Follow for more. This is what we discuss here on this channel.